Hi guys, I'm back again. Nothing's much really changed. I just shot another video, but hi, I'm back again. And today I want to touch on, I feel like the monthly feeling that I've had or had to like deal with is fear. And I just thought, hey, it's not, I don't want to say it's a motivational, but it's just my stance on fear and how I feel fear has kind of either affected me or impacted me or even changed my life for the good, and just touch on it. So I think the first thing I would say is, what is fear in it? So I think, let me use my phone, I've got the notes to get the definition. So it says, fear is being afraid of someone or something as likely to be dangerous, painful or harmful. And I don't know, for me, some of the things that I think like I was fearful of wasn't none of the above. Dangerous, painful or harmful. Or I don't consider change as being dangerous. But for some reason, you're always fearful of change. And change for me was so many things, like changing the dynamic of my friendships, changing like job titles, what I used to do compared to what I do now. What else has changed? Me as an individual, accepting that, hey, I'm this character, and my chase for, or my hunger for like just being authentically me is kind of, I've battled with, because sometimes you're like, am I being me, or do I care about what other people are thinking? And that's another fear, like, because there's a lot of times when I've used what other people are thinking to kind of change who I am, or prevent me from living a certain way, because you're like, maybe this person might think you're a bit, what's the word? Corny, like recording in front of the camera, or oh, why is he doing music now? Like he's just turned 32. Like, don't you think it's a bit late to start music? But for me, music is being creative, or just like, oh, I want to start taking content, vlogging, taking more pictures. I like fashion. I want to be able to be like, hey, let me pull out the camera, let me wear an outfit, let me spray perfume and take a photo, and it not be perceived as, oh, Ola wants to be an influencer. And even if I do want to be an influencer, who fucking cares? Do you know what I mean? What else have I got about fear? Fear of what other people think. I've said that. And in that, it's kind of like you're concerned about other people's you're using other people's opinions to validate yourself. And then for me, I was like, there's some sort of confidence problems that I now have to deal with, or there's a part of me that believes that I'm confident, but if I'm moved by what other people say, I'm not 100% confident within. And this month I've just started, like, little signs have made me realize that, hey, these fears that are kind of like make believe, why are you putting them upon yourself? And then on top of that, it's stopping you from moving forward. And in it stopping you from moving forward, you're not allowed to be you, because you're just comfortable with living in that fear. And this month, certain things have happened to me where you're like, do you know what? Enough's enough. I feel like maybe if you go on my Instagram, you'll probably see it. Like, initially I was like, this social media stuff, I don't want to put myself out there. I said no to it. It's like, nope, if I want to do music, I just want to do music by myself. Then as time's gone on, I'm like, why are you doing that? Why are you behaving like that? Why are you kind of pushing that to the side? And then I realized that maybe there might be a part of me that's fearful of what people are going to think, or how people are going to perceive me, and a certain perception that I want to put across, not knowing that some of the things that I'm hearing from higher above is like, if you're you, that's what's going to change people. If you're authentically you can encourage someone to become authentically them as well. If you're acting like you're free, someone else is going to be like, oh my days, look at Ola. Ola's just free within. Like, I want to be free within. I don't want to be held to the standards of or be confined to just outside judgment and outside opinions that don't really matter. What else I've put about fear? Fear of death. Fear of death. I think for a long time, I don't know why, but it just fear of death like stopped me from having fun. Yes, there's certain things that you're not gonna really go and do, like, you know, jump in the middle of a motorway and feel like, here, no one's gonna really hit you. I mean, like, if you know when your time is, you know when your time is, but I just feared it so much. And I think as time goes on, you'll get to know me. I might even like talk about my time where I went into a coma for 3 days, and the things that I saw while I was in a coma, and the energy that came with me coming out of that and going, hey, I didn't die, you know, I'm here, I'm alive, and stop taking so many precautions that prevent you from living. But I will touch on that on another video. Fear of commitment. I feel for a long time like I've feared commitment, because commitment isn't just, oh yeah, I'm committed to this or a person, or committed to an idea. It's like you have to be disciplined, you have to show up every day when it might not be working for you. And I feel like I've feared that because sometimes the world just paints this picture of everything is perfect. I think the washing machine's going on. Hopefully you can't hear it in the video. The world paints this picture of everything is perfect, or success is just this straight line, and you have Instagram, you have TikTok, you have everything that, all these social media platforms that just show you perfectness, or what people perceive as perfect. And then you realize that there's actually like the downs and there's the ups, and all of it isn't what the final picture is. It's the journey that really matters. And I've started to understand that, okay, cool, there's nothing to be fearful of. Like, and in being fearful of commitment, let's even talk about like just finances and career-wise. There was a point in time where I was afraid of being broke. Like, that was a big thing for me, being broke. Like, I didn't want to be broke. And then I got to a point where I was flat on my fucking face, and it's like, oh shit, it's not that bad. I think it's even better than even having a lot of money to your expense when you don't know what you're doing with yourself. There's no purpose to it. Because like when I was at my lowest, that's when I figured out so many things that got me to this point where it's like, fuck it, my back's against the wall, I ain't got nothing else to be fearful of. Like, I've been here now, what's the worst that can happen? And in saying that, it's like I've now taken on this new persona of, I've actually lived that. It can't be as bad as it was a second time round, because now you've got purpose, now you know what you want to use your money to do, or now you know how to build, and through taking some of them L's, you're winning. What else have I put about fear? 1 second. Fear of failure. Fear of failure was a big thing, because I just always felt like being like, you had to succeed all the time. Nothing else mattered apart from succeeding. And in me, is it still recording? Yeah, fear of failure. I always was like, I didn't want to fail. I always wanted to be successful. And like in that, it's kind of like when a failure did happen, I never saw it as, okay, what can you learn from it? I always used to like dwell in that failure for a very long time. And now that I feel like I've conquered, I've gone through certain patches, I'm like, do you know what? All these L's and all these things that people consider as failures, it's like, I want to even do more of them. So it's like, I can get the new pieces of the blueprint to achieve certain goals, because I'm like, the more you fail at something, the more you're understanding what not to do and what to do better and what to make it right. But for a long time, I dwelled in it. And sometimes it's kind of like, I used to quit certain things to move on to something else, fail at that, and you're thinking, instead of you to tweak it and go again, you're like, fuck that, I'm going again, find something different. And then it's like you almost became the jack of all trade and then the master of none. I know that's like so cliche, but in doing that, it kind of helped me understand myself a bit more and where my mindset's at and what I need to tweak and change. So I'm just hoping that yeah, so me putting this video out, I don't want to say it's a motivational, but it's just what I've gone through. And I feel like you need to just look yourself in the mirror and write your fears and start conquering them. And for me, I don't want to say fear disappears. It don't disappear. I feel like there's sometimes when your back's against the wall where you're like, do you know what, I have to put my big boots on and move forward and do what I need to do. And then in doing what you need to do, you actually realize that it's not that deep. Like, it's not even that bad. Oh, you're putting out content. Oh, you're recording yourself. It's not even that bad. Oh, wow, you can edit. Oh, it's not even that bad. Or, hey, you've been broke. It's not that bad. Or, hey, commitment, like, stay committed. Plan. Oh, bro, it's not that bad. Like, everything now becomes not that bad when you kind of just step into it. And I don't know who's watching this or who may feel like the message might touch them, but just list your fears and just start like doing bite-sized things to conquer them. Doesn't mean you should take a dive straight away, but bite-sized things to be like, do you know what? Maybe you don't like doing content, but get the camera and record yourself and see how it goes. Okay, maybe you want to do a business. Okay, break it down. Don't think about the ending. Don't think about, oh my days, this is so big to accomplish. Think about the small things. How can the small things get you to the big goal? But yeah, that was my short video on fear and things that I feel like I've conquered this month with fear. And I think like the more you watch me, the more you're gonna start seeing that I'm fearless, baby. There's nothing that's gonna hold me back now. Like I have to push forward. I have to, even if I am scared, go for it. Because at the end of the day, once you do go for it, you're gonna realize that there's actually nothing to be scared of. But yes, that's Mr. ID805 again, aka Ola. We'll catch up. I don't know if I want to do this monthly. I don't know if I want to do this weekly. But yeah, it's just when I feel like I need to talk some emotional stuff or vent or let you know what emotions hold me at a certain period of time, I'll tap in. But till we meet again,